Okay, so Chris is having a hard time adjusting to present day society because there's so many things that he could say or do in the 40s that he's just not allowed to anymore. So whenever something like that comes up, he'll write it down in his PC journal, but at least he ends up being close, but not too close, with Falcon after he heard that this guy went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. Later, Nick Fury tells him that America is enforcing its gun laws, and Chris has had it with New Society because first he's not allowed to say, and now they're encroaching on his Second Amendment, so he quits the Avengers, but then Nick Fury gets shot, and Chris is even more pissed because this wouldn't have happened if Nick had a gun to defend himself. Meanwhile, the entire US government wants to take down Chris because his racism, homophobia, and misogyny are going way off limits, but his shield is made out of plot armor, so he's able to escape them, and then it turns out that his best friend Bucky is still alive, and Bucky is still angry at Chris for throwing him off a train, so they fight, and it turns out that Nick Fury is alive, but he's a Skrull or something, I don't know, but jump back to Chris and Bucky, and they're still fighting until Bucky finally gets his revenge by throwing Chris off of a plane, and now they're even, so they go back to being close, but not too close. And then later at the hospital, Falcon is trying to set the mood by playing some Marvin Gaye, but Chris isn't into that, and then Chris finds out something about Bucky that he never knew. Bucky's Russian. This episode of 60 Seconds is brought to you by Hubba Bubba. Blow it out of proportion. Thanks for watching. The Sun Harvester? What's that? You ever heard of Transformers 2?